Section 4.4, Applications to Compound Interest. In this section, we are going to take a look at what's called nominal and effective rates. We're also going to look at what happens if we compound interest more than one time per year. So let's start with a definition. We're going to call the annual interest rate, whether we compound continuously or otherwise, the nominal rate. Nominal means literally in name only. All of the compoundings we have done so far, all of our interest rate problems, have actually had only a nominal interest rate included. If we compound more than one time per year, we actually earn more than the nominal rate, and this greater rate we earn is called the effective rate. Let's take a look at an example where we're going to be dealing with the effective rate. So suppose you deposit $1,000 at 6% interest compounded quarterly. So in other words, we're going to compound 4 times in a year. How much is in the account after 1 year? Now that 6% that we're given, that's the nominal rate. When I go to compound quarterly, what that means is I'm going to compound 1/4 of the interest each quarter. So in other words, instead of 6% 4 times a year, I'm going to be doing 1.5% 4 times per year. So as I start the year off at time 0, we have $1,000. That's what they told us. After 1 quarter, we would have that $1,000 plus its interest. 1,000 multiplied by 0.015, and when I do the math out, I'd have $1,015. At the second quarter, I'd have my previous $10.15 plus its interest rate, which would be $10.15 multiplied by 0.015, or in other words, $10.30.23. After 3 quarters, I'd have the $10.30.23 plus its interest, which would be $10.30.23, again multiplied by 0.015, which would give me $10.45.68. And after 4 quarters, or 1 year, I'd have my $10.45.68 plus $10.45.68, again multiplied by the interest rate of 0.015, so I'd have $10.61.36. Notice if we'd compounded only one time, we would have actually done 1,000 plus 1,000 times 0.06. We would have had $1,060. You might say, well, big deal. That's only a difference of $1.36. Well, it's $1.36, and $1.36, might buy a soda or part of a gallon of gas, something of that nature. However, though, if you instead could earn 6% interest on $1,000 for 10 years, the difference is $23. And it's even more of a difference if you actually could compound it each day. You'd actually make a difference, a much greater difference, if you did a daily compounding.